I wanted to start tonight's show with something we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. Remember, we had that whole discussion about J6 and the Gallows
Yes.
and
Now I remember.
and what they were, and I was saying, how did they get them there? And well, guess what? I found out how they got them there. So, yeah, I'm going to show it in a minute. Professor is with us. Hello, Professor. Good to have you with us. Okay, so here's the story. It came out in March, and it was only shown on one station, but interesting about the J6 Gallows, and this will blow your mind. Watch.
We know from the new video obtained by CBS News, some of the construction of this gallows happened brazenly in the early morning hours of January 6, 2021. The movement of the lumber through iconic streets of Washington, D.C., Independence Avenue, onto the lawn of the Capitol grounds happened in plain sight around the 6 a.m. hour. Then, over the course of the morning, some wood was impaneled on the west front of the Capitol. Then, around the 1 p.m. hour, the crossbar and the noose were affixed, according to the Congressional Review. But according to the same Congressional Review, Tony and Lilia, there's been nobody identified as a suspect in this, and our CBS News review of 1,300 or so criminal cases associated with January 6th shows none of the named defendants being linked to this. So 3 years and 2 months later, this remains a transcendent and troubling mystery for all involved.
I saw Nancy Pelosi there.
Can you believe it was real gallows? It was real wood.
I thought you meant like the Gallo family.
No.
That's what I was like, no. And then I was just like, yeah, okay, good.
Well, they may have been there. Who knows? The interesting thing in all this, and all the videotape that they have of J6, right? I mean, they came knocking on people's door for walking through the Capitol through those little red robes, but they can't figure out who those people were that erected those gallows. They don't have any videotape whatsoever.
The same way they found everyone else from your phone.
Amazing, but amazing. So are you telling me that these were regular, protesters who thought ahead and brought all this stuff? Or could it be a setup? Once again, sorry, but I'm going to ask. I mean, that is insanity that we don't know who erected those gallows. That we have the video from elsewhere, but not on the White House lawn. How come? What was the Secret Service doing? What was the Capitol Police doing? Don't they have surveillance cameras on the Capitol? They can't zero in and figure out who put those gallows
Yeah,
out?
but look at all the crates that are mysterious. They just showed up of all pipes and all that stuff at the foot of the steps of the Capitol.
So, well, for our purposes anyway, for the conversation that we had, now we understand the gallows. Now we understand it wasn't
A family.
It wasn't a crime family
From Staten Island.
but maybe they were. Who knows? It wasn't, the reporters, the risers, or any of that equipment. It wasn't the equipment that was erected, for the inauguration. It was literally wood being drapes through the streets of Washington, D.C. to be erected on the White House lawn. And we love our police. We love all of our law enforcement, but are you telling me that I'm supposed to feel safe in my bed at night when they can't figure out who erected the gallows on J6 on the White House lawn? Think about that.
Well, not even that. The president was there, and they didn't even have high security.
The incoming and the outgoing and the incoming were there, and they don't have it. So it makes you think a little bit, right? Especially in the wake of the Donald Trump assassination attempt, it makes you think a little bit. Also, just so that you know, the Secret Service, all their text messages related to January 6th, they disappeared because of a data a data. They were changing a data system, and all of the text messages from
Oh, you mean during the global shutdown?
no, it right after J6 somehow or another. There are no text messages between officers, Capitol Police, anything else.
There was
So-
Hillary's emails.
Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. Crazy stuff. Our friends, the FBI, did it. We know that. We're and in the it's stinking from the head down more and more. It's becoming curiouser and curiouser as
Well, did you see how all of Camilla Harris's info, the bad info, has gone out of her Wikipedia?
Oh, well, we're going to talk about that right now. How is it possible that the Secret Service let that happen? You wonder about that, huh? You wonder how it's possible that they could let that happen, that they can let anything happen that's been going on. And with a straight face, tell us that they have everything under control and that, they're doing everything, perfectly well. And they're the most transparent administration that there ever was. The emails were on the server in Hillary's home bathroom. Yeah, it's the truth, Howard.
They're transparent because you don't see them. They're not there. They're not doing their job. They're missing.
Like ghosts, right, Jenny? Like ghosts. Okay, so I wanted to lay something else wait, hold on. Kanye.
Can anyone say
Can anyone
Signal
say Signal app? Oh, well, okay. You think that they were communicating on Signal? Possibly.